who has been a distinguished scientist all throughout his life, involved in the design of various electro-optical systems, have successfully implemented in several satellites. Some of his research papers were adjudged as the best in the world literature. Dr. Murthy has received 6 times the NRDC Awards, WISTX Awards, AFCCI, FICCI, IIT Gold Medals for his significant research contributions in optical thin film and instrumentational areas. He is also deeply interested in science and philosophy, as well as in unraveling Swamiji's teachings. He has also written a book on Swami Vivekananda titled Swami Vivekananda, an Intuitive Scientist. Sir, I would kindly request you to come up on dais and offer Pushpanjali and then continue with your message. Swami Prakashananda ji, please come up to grace this occasion along with sir.
Praveen Maharaj, Prasad Joshi, the other respected faculty and professors of IIT Kanpur, my beloved friends, some of you may be the future Nobel laureates or must be the beacons of light for this country, I am very, very happy to be with you. I was very particular. I wanted to come to Kanpur because sometime back, way back, 45 years back, something like that, I wanted to join in Kanpur, but my financial condition was not adequate enough at that time. So I could not join Kanpur IIT. But the dream was there. At least before I leave this place, I would touch Kanpur. And Kanpur, yes, with Swamiji's grace, it has come for me. It has come for me. So I thank the organizers who has kindly extended me the invitation to come over here. And I must also profusely offer my pranams to the Swamijis who has inspired so many youngsters over here to come for talks like this, which normally people think the other way. Anyway, so with this, I'll go back to my original topic of Swami Vivekananda, modern science. Before saying that one, I must share with you, each and every one of us know about each and everything in our own way. Each one of you know of what I am going to talk in your own way. One Swami Harshan Maharaj of Bangalore, he used to say, anything 1 minute before is a past history. What is history? It is his story. So I will tell my story, the story of Swami Vivekananda as I understood. Many of the people, they think what Swami Vivekananda has got to do with the modern science and all the other things. But some of you know it very well. But nevertheless, I try to make an attempt how he is and how his significant ideas have dramatically changed the modern science. All of us know very well Swami Vivekananda. I dare to call him a divine chameleon. Divine chameleon I will call. Why this divine chameleon? Chameleon, in whatever the circumstances it goes, whatever the environment it is there, it identifies itself with that and it becomes a big thing. So Vivekananda, if you see, he is a seer. Some of the youngsters, they say, no, he is a youth icon. And the communists, they say, no, he is a communist because he talked communism. But women, they say, no, he belonged to us because he talked about the women's freedom and women's upliftment and all the other thing. And then patriots, they say, no, he is a great patriot because he loved India. Even the dust or soil of India is the greatest heaven. That what he said, that was Swami Vivekananda. So whatever the discipline that you take, yes, in that discipline, he made remarkably significant contributions. Absolutely no doubt about that one. Probably none of you will dispute about that one, of that thing. Is there any dispute, my dear friends? Saying that in any of these domains here, you can see so many domains are there. In each of these domains, has he not contributed? Yes, he has contributed. And I myself, being in the profession of professional science, I don't say myself as a scientist, but I'm a professional scientist. I will tell what is the difference between the scientist and a professional scientist later on. In being in the professional science, I also happened to see Swami Vivekananda's literature and all the other thing. I found lot of science is there. If we read the complete works of 8 volumes of Swami Vivekananda, if you read that one, he opened his chapter, the very first sentence that when he went to abroad at the Chicago address, when he said something about the Hinduism and all the other thing. So Swami Vivekananda, a multidisciplinary and multi-dimensional facet personality, such a personality has contributed to the science also. But when we say about the science and all the other thing, gently I will go here. All of us know it very well. Any of the science that stands for some instrument, there must be some instrument for making of any of the observations and all the other thing. But the best instrument out of all the instruments, the instrument, I would say the brain. The brain by itself, all of you know it very well, either neurologically, psychologically, physiologically, or whatever that means. It is a big computer. It is a very huge system and all the other thing. And it is through this brain that what we try to understand the world outside and the world inside. If it is a spiritual knowledge, yes, it is the same brain, the same mind. Close the eyes and see the divinity, the unity inside. And it is the same brain and same mind. Open the eyes, tune it. Yes, we see the outside world. We try to see the truth behind that one, the unity behind that. That is what is exactly Swami Vivekananda. His greatest instrument is that one. With this instrument, what he did, Swami Vivekananda attained the transcendental knowledge through inward journey. Through inward journey. He closed his eyes. The mind he has taken, he went inside. And he has described very nicely, some of your friends must be knowing his experience, that what has been recorded. So far, I was trying to see when the saints, they achieve the transcendental knowledge, how it is described. But I rarely came across any descriptive type of the thing. Here, Swami Vivekananda, he has given very nicely the descriptive nature of the transcendental instance. Probably some of you may be triggered to read of what exactly what he said. But anyway, what is the essence of that one? He found the whole universe rotating, finally merging into something, and that in that merging, he saw the unity. Everything got merged into the unity, the singleness, that what his inward experience. With that inward experience of seeing the multiplicity behind that one, the unity in diversity, now he opened his eyes. When he opened his eyes, then he has got some of the things that what he has, the physical, chemical, biological, so many other disciplines and all the other things, he tried to correlate that experience. All of us know very well, Swami Vivekananda went US, and along with him, he has taken the Vedanta. Vedanta is the greatest thing. And in recent time, if you see, there are hundreds of books are there on Vedanta and science. Vedanta and its relation to the science. Many, many books are there. Many people are trying to correlate and compare the things, how they are interrelated. But it is Swami Vivekananda, first time, who has taken Vedanta to the Western world and said, yes, my dear friends, Vedanta is applicable even for the science too. He is the first man. He is the man who said, all your science is nothing but echo of Vedanta. That's what he said. In a single one word, he said, the whole science, modern science, is nothing but echo of Vedanta. So after taking the Vedanta to the Western countries, what has happened? Where does it stand today? He has taken the Vedanta to the Western countries. Many people they have taken. Where does it stand? You see, commercial side, lighter side, if you see, Vedanta. In Western world, yoga and Vedanta is the lucrative business. Billions of dollars, trillions of dollars business is going on. The Vedanta schools, yoga schools, and all the other things. That is one aspect of the thing. Probably, yes, it is because of Swami Vivekananda that what he has said has the seeds that what he has put germinated, and they are becoming plants and all the other thing. On one side, yes, it is happening. The other aspect of the thing, the Sanskrit language, because people, they wanted to read Vedanta. If they want to read Vedanta, they want to go back to the Sanskrit. Recently, Sarnamat Sannyasins, they went UK and all the other thing. They found 75% of the schools, they are learning the Sanskrit language. 75% of it. Why? They want to learn the Sanskrit language because it has got its own thing and they want it to go deep inside. I will not be surprised. One day, the Westerner, he will come to India and he will say how to read the Sanskrit language. Probably the situation may come. Before that comes, probably it is the time that we Indians, we have to awaken to the richness of the Sanskrit language, the richness of the Vedanta and all the other thing. Anyway, coming back on one side, this side of the thing, it was in 1905 that E is equal to mc square has come. What is the difference between saying that in space-time domain, energy and matter are interrelated, E is equal to m, to that of the E is equal to mc square? It has to wait for 10 years. Exactly the same word Swami Vivekananda he has used. And Einstein's first wife, who got frustrated with this fascinating Nobel laureate Einstein, she deserted him and went away. But somewhere she made a record saying that one Vivekananda, 10 years back, made a proposal saying that energy and matter are interrelated. This is exactly 10 years had to wait for Einstein to come out and say E is equal to mc square. My dear friends, you please see, you please read the complete volumes of especially the second volume of Swami Vivekananda's thing. There you will find on physics the energy, space, time and matter, how they are interrelated. Now you may ask me a question. How Swami Vivekananda was able to tell this one? E is equal to mc square, E is equal to energy and matter are one and the same. How he was able to tell? Probably I will leave it to your guess, but towards the end, I will tell how he has said that one. You see, Swami Vivekananda, he said, there is a universal mind, and each mind is interconnected with the other mind. This is what Swami Vivekananda has said. We have matter and force. The matter we do not know how disappears into the force and force into the matter. Therefore, there is something which is neither force nor matter, that what we call the universal mind. That what Swami Vivekananda has said 125 years back. These are all his words, not my words, my dear friends. These are all his words. Today, we have the morphic mind. We have the morphic mind, the holographic mind, and then the universal mind. The theories are there, and for which the Nobel Prizes have come. Wherefrom this concept has come of the universal mind. The universal mind, each of our minds are interconnected into that one, and the latest theory that comes and says it is a holographic mind. It is a morphic mind. What is this holographic mind? All of you know it very well, the hologram. You make it thousands of pieces of the hologram. Even the thousandth piece also contains the information of what it contains in the main hologram. Similarly, the whole universe, its information, it is there in each one of our brains. That's what Swami Vivekananda has said. When the universal mind, all the minds are interconnected, it is a holographic mind. So you see the words. It is a great wonder, surprise for me, how Swami Vivekananda, he was able to tell the scientific terminology. Forget about the English language, very fantastic, sweetest language, scintillating language of Swami Vivekananda, the English language. But the scientific language is so appropriate that there is no word which you can take away and do that one. When I was doing my PhD, my guide, he said, Murthy, if you want to write an article, one thing you have to learn. What? You see how to use the words in such a way. If one word is taken away, the whole meaning will change. And if you add one word, the whole meaning will change. So, optimally utilizing of the words to convey the message is the scientific essence of the thing. That what Swami Vivekananda is saying in this particular sentence itself, you take away one word and see what will happen. You take away force, you take away universalism, the whole thing will change. So, for this one, Bohm, Pribrom, Henry Bergson, 3 Nobel Prizes are there. 3 Nobel Prizes are there on the morphic mind. And then in the quantum physics, when he has said the force and all the other thing, Max Planck, hats off to the Max Planck, who has proposed the energy spectrum from minus infinity to plus infinity and all, the electromagnetic theory. Today, whatever the things that what we have, either the energy range or in the matter range and all the other thing, Max Planck is the thing. What Max Planck says? Max Planck says, please see, as a man who has devoted his life to the most clear-headed science, the study of the matter, I can tell you as a result of my research about atoms this much. What he says, we must assume behind the force of existence of a consciousness and an intelligent mind. Intelligent mind. The mind is the matrix of all the matter. You see what a beautiful thing. A Nobel laureate, and who has no connection with Swami Vivekananda, he comes and says, yes, the mind, that is the whole essence of the whole thing. The force, the energy, or whatever you call, that converges into one thing, that one thing is nothing but the universal mind. 125 years back, very happily, jolly, 32 years, 33 years, young friend, Swami Vivekananda, beautifully he has said, yes, it has become after nearly 50 years later on. Now, this is what exactly the Scientific American of the latest, what it says, are you a hologram? It is not that I am creating a story. It is Scientific American. The references are there here. Here, Soper Shadlake is there, one of the great scientists, the morphic mind, that what he says, the mind is the part of the universal mind, is in actual communication with the whole world. This is exactly the thing. You see what a great wonder. Is it coincidence? Is it accident? Is it a mistake? Is it something else? How do you explain this one? Okay, in physics he has said energy and matter are one and the same. Agreed. And he has said force is the only one thing behind the thing. Agreed. And then universal mind, he says, yes, that is also true. So things are happening on its own. Next one, Swami Vivekananda, again the first person to say consciousness. Consciousness, ultimately one day or other, you, my dear friends, not only come to a theory of unity, but you will come to a position saying that it is the consciousness behind that one. The quantum physics, either the electron or your photon or whatever it is, they themselves, sometimes wonder whether I am matter or energy. Because the twin slit experiment, the 10 standard, 12 standard of what you know, if you want to do the thing, Yes, one photon, one electron goes through the slit, and you can capture how many photons are there. But you try to put one more slit, it slips away into the other thing. But through which one it goes, we don't know. But you try to capture both the things, it turns into a wave. So the matter which initially was, and which was going through the slits, when man is trying to capture the thing, it turns into the wave. And you try to capture the wave, it turns into the matter. And the same particle, fundamental particle, quantum, whether it has no identity of energy or matter, yes, at its own will, it says, I will turn either as a matter or I will turn into an energy. What it means? Behind that one, the consciousness is there. And people, all the classical physics, all these days, they said so many theories and all the other things for the quantum world. They could not apply for this one. In the quantum world, it is a mysterious thing. The mind is nothing but a quantum mind. Mind, what is the subtlest of the thing? Swami Vivekananda has said very, very beautifully one of the illustrative type of the thing. There is an iron rod, it seems. The iron rod in a dark room. In a dark room. Can anybody see that one? Nobody see that one. And then, after some time, some energy is given to the iron rod. And then with that one, it starts giving a humming noise and all the other things depending upon the sonic frequency that is provided. Yes, scientists, they agree. Still you increase the energy, slowly it becomes red hot and all the other things. It starts illuminating the room and all the other things. Still you provide the energy for that one, then the rod starts melting away. Still you provide for that one, it becomes vaporization and all the other things. So the matter which is solid form, at one stage, it becomes a vaporized form. So the matter in the classical physics of what you are trying to apply, the theories and all the other things, they become quantum. So the mind is nothing but that the finest state of the thing, that what he has said, the consciousness, the latest theories, they are converging. My dear friends, can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question? Yes. How many of you agree, yes, consciousness is the thing behind these things? Yes. Some of you, all of you, all of you. So Vivekananda, has he studied this conscious psychology and all the other things? Has he studied the quantum physics at that time and all the other things? No. This is the thing that what is a miraculous thing. Then I'll come to theory of uncertainty. Most of you know the theory of uncertainty. This theory of uncertainty, Heisenberg, he got the Nobel Prize. Of course, that was 1932. But Swami Vivekananda, he has said in 1895. But what he said in a beautiful thing, it is a very interesting story. He said, there is a train. I want to measure what is the velocity of that train, how fast it is moving. For measurement of that one, I need to have one more instrument. To calibrate that instrument, I need to have one more instrument. To calibrate that one more instrument you need to have. To calibrate that one, I have to have the finest mind. But that finest mind, it is consciousness. It is uncertain. So whatever the measurement that you are making in this relative world, it is uncertain. That's what Swami Vivekananda has said. This, what we call theory of uncertainty of Heisenberg, in his particle, the position and velocity, you cannot find out exactly identical time. But this uncertainty principle, oh Murthy, you are talking of something of Heisenberg principle, the other side Swami Vivekananda, and you are trying to bring them together and saying this one and this one is the one and the same and all the other thing, you may argue the thing. But uncertainty principle, whether it is Heisenberg or any other thing, there is uncertainty of this world. In this uncertainty, that is what the science, you cannot say in the world, saying that this is the certain. Can you say any of the scientific thing? The objective one, that what we call. Can we say objectively this is the thing? The gravitational constant. Can you say this is the final absolute value even till today? No, you cannot say that one, because that's why Swami Vivekananda's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful world, what he said, it is not from error to truth. From lower truth to the higher truth we are migrating. Not from error to the truth. A sinner to a saint. No, he said, a saint slowly, slowly, slowly. For each one of us, he gave a hope. In this, the outside science, he said, you are migrating from the relative truth because the world is relative. Theory of relativity is there. When theory of relativity is there, the truth that what you find in each of the experiments and all the other things are relative. Today it will be there, tomorrow it will change, depending upon the type of the instrument that what you have, depending upon the type of experimentation that what you have. So the relative truth, so theory of uncertainty of what he has said in 1895, again, after 35 years or 40 years, yes, Heisenberg has come with a Nobel Prize. And then Swamiji has turned into the biological sciences. You have seen some of the physics. Like this in physics, if I keep on saying there are many things which I am skipping, and now I turned my mind a little bit of biology. People, everyone say, even till to date also, Darwin is nothing but a semi-god. Because everything is evolution. Yes, Swamiji also said, my dear friend, Darwin, he remembered the name of the Darwin. Darwin, yes, his evolutionary theory is correct, but it is not perfect. It is not complete. Evolution is always followed by involution. That is the thing that what it is coming. The latest theory, some of the theories, that is one of the things. And then the Darwin, he has said, struggle for existence and survival of the fittest. Swami Vivekananda, he said, it may apply for the lower animal kingdom or some other kingdom, but for the human kingdom, it does not apply at all. It does not apply at all. A saint, Buddha, over a period of time, through evolution, he has not become Buddha. Yes, whatever in protoplasm that is there, the energy, whatever that is there in Buddha, the same principle it is there. The consciousness is there. The refinement is there in that one. So it is not the evolution, it is something else. I will come to that point a little bit. So on Darwin's theory, where Buddhism, Swami Vivekananda, he did not accept that one. He refuted like a true scientist. A true scientist always says, I quote so-and-so experiment, in so-and-so has done so-and-so, with reference to that one. I find this is the mistake, I do this one, now this is the thing that what we do. Swami Vivekananda also has done the same thing of Darwin's theory and all the other things. You may call it as psychological or philosophical or sociological or some other concept and all the other things. Let us wait, let us wait. But whatever it is, there is no struggle for existence. Really, as a matter of fact, there are 8.7 millions of species are there. If they are fighting, can they coexist? All the things they should have struggled with each other, finally only one species must be there. Why there must be 8.7 million species must be there? And then I, all the species they have got or gone, I is there. If it is evolution, the I should have gone the evolution to that one. But I never has got evolution of the thing. So if you like that, if you try to analyze some of these things, it doesn't fit into the thing. Anyway, finally what I would like to say is that, you see, the life, you go to the deep core into the earth. In the earth, nearly 2000 degrees centigrade, very high pressure, bacteria is existing. It is surviving. We say the bacteria can exist only at so-and-so environment and all, but it does exist. Where is the evolution? Whether the bacteria has gone from the surface of the earth to the underneath of the earth, or from underneath of the earth to the surface of the earth it has come, the evolution, or from the cosmic space, the bacteria has come onto the earth. We don't know. We don't know. So, Swami Vivekananda, what he says, evolution and involution, a great debate is going on, and many of the people are converging to the point saying that evolution should always be followed by the involution. And struggle for survival of the fittest and all the other thing, it is not fitting into the thing that what is happening. I'll tell you, in 2011, there was Metronaut and some German and one UK person. Mitochondria. Mitochondria is the source of energy for their life. How mitochondria has come? One cell went inside the other cell. If you apply the Darwin theory, these two cells must fight with each other. One of the cell must die, the other cell must survive. But it has not happened in the experiment. One cell deliberately sacrificed its energy and gave that energy to the outer cell. And in the formation of the outer cell, finally it shrunk so much the inside cell, it formed the mitochondria. Mitochondria has come out of cooperation and symbiosis, not out of struggle for existence and survival of the fittest. So Vivekananda used the two words, cooperation and symbiosis. It is a great surprise to my mind. How this Swamiji 125 years back used the word cooperation and symbiosis. This cooperation and symbiosis finds the terminology in 2011 dictionary, scientific dictionary, saying that cooperation and symbiosis, the mitochondria has come out of that one, that again leading into the Nobel Prize. And then I turned to a little bit of chemistry. In the chemistry, what happens is that all of us, we know the periodic table. In the periodic table, the first element, how so many elements have come. There was a great debate how all these elements they have come. So Vivekananda has said only one thing. Out of one element, the rest of the elements have come. Out of one element, the rest of the elements have come. It is a scientific statement, beautiful statement. People did not believe. And then later on, the experiments they have been found and all, the first element of the periodic table, hydrogen. 95% of your universe, hydrogen. Atomic weight, the lowest. The multiple numbers of that one is nothing but hydrogen. Now people are saying that, yes, hydrogen, out of hydrogen, the next element, helium, has come. From helium, when they combine together, the rest of all the elements have come. Now you see Swami Vivekananda's words of out of one element, the rest of the elements have come. 125 years. 125 years. Yes, it has come for this one. Aspen, he got the Einstein Nobel Prize. Much more beautiful thing. Almora, someplace he was sitting, and he had a vision of microcosm and macrocosm are governed by the same principle. This is what Swami Vivekananda has said. What is this microcosm and macrocosm? It is the hottest debate. And if you see the last year Nobel Prize, the whole universe is flying away. If you accept the whole universe is flying away, you are accepting the Big Bang Theory. If you are accepting the Big Bang Theory, once upon a time, the whole universe was within a small, tiny, imaginary dot. Whatever the principles, whatever the laws that apply for that tiny principle, they apply for the whole universe. What Swami Vivekananda says, for microcosm and macrocosm are governed by the same principle. It is not a scientific terminology of what he is using and all the other thing. In the universe, man is a microcosm. The whole universe and man and the whole universe are operating on the same principle, the life principle. That I will come. Why you say life principle? I have the life, but whereas the star doesn't have a life. No, my dear friends. Chandrasekhar, he has said, Nobel laureate, Chandrasekhar limit, star, it burns, it stays and it dies. That one, it rises and lives and dies. It has got nothing but life. So the stars, the universe also has got a life. So the microcosm and macrocosm are governed by the same principle or converging into that one. And the hottest debate still not yet survived. On one side, there is creation. People, they say the whole universe has come out of the creation. And the other side, the Darwin's theory and other science, it says it is evolution. Swami Vivekananda says it is neither evolution nor it is creation. It is manifestation. It is manifestation. What a wonderful statement. Probably if anybody takes any of this topic and study this one, probably a few hundred theses will come out of it, doctorates out of it. It is not the creation or it is not the evolution. It is a manifestation. The string theory of what it calls, the string theory of Stephen Hawking and all the other things of what they are trying to put, probably except the gravity. The rest of the things they are fitting with the Higgs boson into the string theory. What it says, yes, it is the manifestation, the whole universe. Under the vibrating condition, the whole thing has come. Akasha prana, Swami Vivekananda uses the word. The string theory is akin to prana and vibration as conceived by Swami Vivekananda. What is prana? It is this prana, the spandana is taking place. When spandana is taking place, the vibrations, the other things have come. Out of that one, the whole universe has come. The manifestation has taken place. So it is the time to watch. It is not the maybe 21st century, maybe 22nd century. It will come to a conclusion saying that it is not the evolution, it is not the creation, it is the manifestation that where exactly Swami Vivekananda will raise his flag once again. We are all the followers of Swami Vivekananda in the sense I am the grandson. You have heard about Swami Vivekananda. One day or other you say, one world head old man, he came and he said, yes, Swami Vivekananda's words, so many things are right. After 125 years, I'll wait for this manifestation and we will see, yes, manifestation, it will take place. Now, the present day, how Swami Vivekananda has said about all these things. For this one, the next lecture, I'm going to have the imagination in engineering, how Swami Vivekananda has said all these things. But in a nutshell, I will say, the secret of the thing he said in one of the things, if you want to study chemistry, you have to have a chemical laboratory. You have to have the chemicals and you have to have the chemical formulas and all the other things. If you want to study physics, you have to have the physical sciences, physical instrumentations and all the other things. If you want to study the mind, yes, you need to have the science of mind, engineering of the mind. Mind engineering I call. Mind engineering. In this mind engineering, if you do that one, what is that mind engineering? It is nothing but Raja Yoga. Raja Yoga is nothing but mind engineering. It is the concentration of the mind. It is the three words beautifully he has used: purity, patience, and perseverance. I will say Swami Vivekananda's whole philosophy for the youth, that what it applies in PQRS. What is this PQRS? P stands for purity, patience, and perseverance. Q is questioning, curiosity to know, and or retain, recall, and reconstitute. Yes, Shraddha and Seva. Shraddha most, this PQRS, if you remember, and if you remember the word Vivekananda, Viveka is discrimination, Ananda comes out of all our IITs and all the other thing. The discrimination, we came over here to discriminate what is the truth and what is not the truth. If we find out that Viveka, Ananda will come. So Raja Yoga, he practiced the Raja Yoga. Out of the Raja Yoga, then he has got the mind able to lift to the other thing. That what we call the instinct, reason and logic, and next stage is the intuition. The latest theories of what they say is that these are all the approaches for finding out the knowledge. The intuition, the most critical problems can be solved, whereas logic and reason, they can apply for some other thing. And in science, what happens is that one can be a conceptual science. Everyone need not do the experiment. He generates the concepts, exclusively the concepts. Somebody may do the experiments alone. Somebody may do theoretical alone. Somebody may do the empirical alone. Do you call empirical scientist is not a scientist? He is a scientist. A scientist who pursues these concepts, do you call him he is not a scientist? Yes, he is a scientist. Swami Vivekananda, he created the concepts. He created the concepts. He created the hypothesis, and that for that hypothesis, the necessary formulation, the necessary equations, the necessary instrumentation has been evolved over by the period of the time, and they have been tested. After testing, finally they conclude, yes, that is that. Now, I ask you a question. Swami Vivekananda, can I call him as a scientist or not? Say in one word, yes or no. Yes. Say how? Yes or no? Yes. Yes. You see, it is a great, great joy for me. I was looking to hear this word from the cream of India. The cream of India saying that Swami Vivekananda is a scientist. If I go into a high school and ask the children out of emotion, they say, yes, Swami Vivekananda is a scientist. But the cream of India sitting over here in IIT Kanpur, after listening a bald old man's few little bit of words saying that, yes, Swami Vivekananda is a scientist. Yes, What type of scientist he is? He's a conceptual scientist. What type of concepts he is? Intuitive concepts, whether this intuition has got any role to play. That is the next lecture of what I am going to continue. This is Swami mastered the mind to swing from the reason to intuition at his own will. And then neurologist Roger Sperry, 1981 Nobel Prize has come. There is a left brain and right brain. Left brain is for the logic and reason. Most of our education is related to the left brain. The right brain is never utilized at all. The right brain is the thing for the creativity. Right brain is for the imagination. Right brain is for the intuition. Swami Vivekananda has used most the left brain and right brain in a harmonious, balanced way. Who is Swami Vivekananda? Sometimes it comes to me, a mind flash of mind. For Sri Ramakrishna, he said, who is Rama and Krishna? I am Sri Ramakrishna, Sri Ramakrishna said. Then what? Who is Swami Vivekananda? For Sri Rama, there is Hanuman is there. Yes, Hanuman is there. For Krishna, Arjuna is there. Arjuna is there. For Sri Ramakrishna, if Sri Ramakrishna is Rama and Krishna, and Swami Vivekananda is nothing but having the combination of Hanuman and Arjuna. What is Hanuman and Arjuna? Marututulya Vegam, Manojavam Marututulya Vegam, Jitendriyam Buddhimatam. What is the type of the mind? It is just like a flash, instantaneous, so fast, so spurious, so beautiful it is. That is the type of Hanuman's mind. And Arjuna, Sabyasachi. With left hand he can fight, and with right hand he can fight. And Swami Vivekananda, he turned inside and I see the unity inside. I open the mind outside. I see the outside, the unity. Both with left hand of internal science and with the other hand, the external science. Both left and right, the Sabyasachi he has become. So that is how Swami Vivekananda, he looks to me. So the Nobel Prize of balancing of the mind or the left brain and the right brain, that what is exactly is the required. It is not Swami Vivekananda, how many Nobel Prizes have come for the important. There is a saying, my grandfather, he's a very rich man, he used to drink ghee. He used to drink ghee as water. If he drinks ghee, what is the use for me? Swami Vivekananda, great scientist. So what for me? You may ask me a question. The question is, he left a legacy behind you. What is that legacy? Hey, I became scientist without doing any of these things. The wonderful science of so many Nobel Prizes, you also can do that one. How? Through the intuitive mind. That is the imagination in engineering. The next topic I am going to come. My dear friends, with this one, for this present talk, I conclude saying that Swami Vivekananda gave reorientation to the modern science when the talk is going on. You see, the off and on is nothing but flashes of the thing. How Swami Vivekananda, in one sense, he said, in this very moment, I go to my mind, I transport to the highest level. The very next moment, I come down to the field and gardening, I do that one. That what he has told to the sannyasis or the Ramakrishna order, Atmano Mokshartham Jagat Hitaya Chaha. The Atmano Mokshartham for the highest thing. Yes, at this moment I close my eyes, the world doesn't exist at all. Very next moment I come down, I see the world existing, what has to be done. The swinging of the action of darkness to the brightness, brightness to the darkness and all the other thing, that what happens, probably Swami Vivekananda wanted to demonstrate experimentally because a scientific talk is going on. So with this, my dear friends, I conclude saying that to my mind, which is further, you gave me a fillip for that one. And you are also convinced Swami Vivekananda, a conceptual scientist who has contributed significantly for the physics, chemistry, biology, cosmology, eschatology, psychology, and human thing, unparalleled personality. So such a legacy, how we can imbibe in next 5 minutes break we'll take, and then we'll start the imagination in engineering the next 45 minutes. Thank you very much. So later on we'll have the question answer session, I think. Can I do that one? Just 5 minutes.